about our Father's business. Crime mode, filled with this Holy Spirit. That's a cheat code. Holiness the standard. We never fold. We about to make a scene. Episode about our Father's business.
Hey, okay. Yo. We is back. Episode 90, I believe. 90 other, not, is it 90 or 89? It's one of them.
90, 89, I don't know.
Nah, I ain't say 90, 89, just 90
No,
or 89.
no, I'm saying 90, 89. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out, brother.
Well, D will be on here in a minute. I'm sure
let
she'll
us
let us know. Nigel,
What up,
what's
Nigel?
up, bro? What's up,
What's
Nigel?
good, Nigel?
Just
what up,
James.
James?
What's up, brother? What's up? All right, man.
You know what you got to do, brother.
What I got? Oh, yeah. I ain't forget. 520 Collector Day in here. Yes, sir.
What
yes,
up,
sir.
what up?
Yo, so for the people, I told y'all last night during the sports show that I kept it 1,000, and I didn't give no winners because I didn't have a chance to do it because a one word got a job. I'm just saying, and I couldn't get together. But as promised, Miss Davis, how you doing, Miss Davis? Rob, say your thing.
Mama.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. D,
Yep,
I told you, D. Oh, and she got, look, the avatar over there. Look at that. With the custom, she got the custom, not the same podcast shirt with the Chicago Bears thing on there. I see you. I see
colors, with the colors.
With the
Chicago
colors.
Yeah,
Hey, remember that stupid movie? Colors.
Hey.
Man, Ice-T was the wackest rapper ever that was popping.
No, brother. No, brother.
He's a great actor, though. I give
He
him
wasn't
that.
whack back in the day, brother.
Nah, he just was hood back in the day.
he was super
Everything hood wasn't good. All right, man, let's don't get distracted. So,
right.
for the ones that was trying to figure out who won the picks contest, I got something for you. Because we're going to have a new picks contest next week. There was a lot of great entries, but there's one winner, and I don't see him on here. But because I know he's a faithful watcher, I'll let him know. Our man B Plus actually won that joint, man.
Did he?
He was the only one that picked all the correct winners. Now, there's a lot of people got almost, and the scores was all over the place. I'm not hating on y'all. Glenn Murray, what's up, brother? I'm not hating on y'all for putting the scores in, but our winner for the picks contest was our homie, Mr. B+. So B+, you know, hey, it'll get around to him. He'll pop in a minute. You know what I'm saying?
He'll know.
And since he a two-time winner, instead of $10 this week, he going to get $2. No, I'm kidding. Yes, Glenn, you was close, but not Glenn close. Old man bars. All right, before we get into what's good.
Old man bars, bro.
Yeah, I just gonna admit I'm not old, but I'm a little seasoned, rightly seasoned, as they would say.
Right.
So picks next week. We will have a picks contest this weekend. We have two games: Chiefs versus the Bengals and Rams versus the 49ers. What we need this week? Listen close. What we need this week? We need the winners and the scores. Rob, what they need?
The winners and the scores.
I'm going to say it one more time. The winners and the scores. For all my lovely people, all my lovely one-words that sent us all the winners and was bragging like, man, I got this joint. I got a response for you saying you got this joint. This is what you get.
No.
So, I'm sorry, fam. You know what I'm saying? If you don't get your winning B+, let me know. I'll help you. I feel you, D. So, like I said, the games this week, only number 2 games, Chiefs versus Bengals and Rams versus 49ers. We need the winners and the scores.
Y'all got one job.
Point
winners,
differential.
Scores. That's it.
It's very, very easy. Winners and scores. Don't get it twisted. Don't get confused. As y'all know, I'll put up the flyer everywhere. And 520, look, you breaking the rules. You're going to be a guest tonight. Winners and scores.
Don't put it out there.
Don't put it out there because it won't count. We ain't gonna send you nothing.
Don't take it. They'll take it.
All right, Rob, I got a question for you, man, quick,
man.
So we can keep it moving. I just can't see the question. Here it is. As soon as they want to do it.
What's good?
Taking this sweet Jesus time. Rob Redeem, my brother from another mother, like they say. Like my homie Larry Rogers on the west side. Some say it's the best side. But I rock with St. Louis. I like the Midwest. I just don't mess around on the west side of St. Louis. If you do, tuck in your chain, man. And be careful not to wear what Rob got on right now. But, hey, enjoy yourself over there.
Over here, brother. You good on the west.
Okay, well, don't wear my Grizzlies gear over there. Well, I say that. I ain't going to wear my Grizzlies gear over there. I'll tuck in my chain. What's good, bro?
Hey, so what's good? It's a funny what's good, man. I had a brother call and check on me today, and I'm in the basement. I got my dogs out. They
Yeah,
running
yeah.
around playing, and so we talking. So finally, he was like, "Hey, bruh, you straight?" I'm like, "Yeah." What you talk? Because every time you talk, man, you breathing real heavy, like you got something in your chest. It was my dogs in the background panting and
Panting all
breathing
hard.
super
Uh
super
huh.
hard. So my man thought I had a little bit of COVID in the chest, brother. So
Uh huh.
the, the what's good for me was the fact that he called, he checked on me, we chopped it up for a minute. But the funny part of it, like he stopped mid conversation, like, bro, what's going on? Like, I ain't seen you, and now you breathing heavy, and it was my dogs in the background. So that's what's good for me, man. Just shout out to those who show genuine love, man. Checking on your
Yeah, yeah.
boy, making sure I'm straight, man. What's good with you, see?
What's good with me, man? We had a great weekend at an Andy Mineo concert with our
Yeah,
brother Aaron Cole and his pops Kelly Cole. Salute, salute, salute. And that's what's good for me, man. It was a good time. Met
come
in
on.
person our brother Eric Boston, who we will have on in a few
Yeah,
minutes, and builded a real great fellowship, friendship,
that was
homieship,
awesome.
whatever you call it,
Yeah, that was
all
awesome.
that. But I ain't gonna say no more fellowships because you get close, you end up almost cursing. You think I'm backslid. I ain't. I'm straight today in Jesus' name. But yeah, man, that's what's good with me, man. But anyway, man, let's get into this faith segment because
Yeah, man, it's a good
we
one.
don't
It's a
like
good one.
holding people up, and we gonna dig into something that folks been wanting us to talk about. So let's get it.
Yeah.
All right, faith segment, man. Rob, we got a doozy, man. Rob, I got a question for you. Some people has asked us about some famous people that have decided to leave the faith of Jesus Christ. Rob, so here's the question tonight. Thoughts about
Yeah.
so many Christian rappers leaving the faith. Brother, what is your thoughts, my guy?
My first thoughts, because I know I walked away from the church. You know what I'm saying? I didn't walk away from Jesus like some of these Christian rappers are doing, saying they done with it.
Yes, you
It's
late,
like,
and we ought to be ratchet, but yeah, you won B plus.
yeah,
You
you
late, and
won.
don't leave just because you know you won.
So
Anyway,
um
go ahead, bro.
this is a subject that's kind of near and dear, man. I just hope that the people, like all these Christian rappers, my biggest issue is you walking away from the faith. And then
Yeah.
you're making it a public announcement. It's just like me and you coming on not the same podcast, and we give this we make a flyer, big announcement. Then I get
Mm-hmm.
on here and be like, you know what? I decided C gonna run the show by herself. I'm done with the Christian faith. Y'all pray for me, and then we make this big to do.
Yeah.
Like for me, I don't like that. If you're
Yeah.
struggling with something, don't make other people fall for it. Now, that's the biggest thing in your salvation. The other
Mm-hmm.
thing, for those who know these brothers, y'all love on them. For
Right.
those of us who don't know them
Exactly.
personally, for
Exactly.
those of us who don't know them personally, we need to pray for them. And
Right.
that's how I look at it, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I fully agree with you, man. Part of me is disheartening. You know, for example, and I'll say some names, not to throw shade because it's not shade. It's just keep these brothers lifted. One person's name is Fanatic. He's from the great group, the Cross Movement.
Yeah.
Very influential in my teenage days for me.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
he was one of the people I like. He had a different style. He wasn't normal. He had bars, and he decided to leave. Our man Jay Cron, we played one of his videos on here one
Mhm.
time. Clarity. He didn't say he wasn't a Christian. He said he's agnostic right now, which means you're not believing in anything at this moment. You're not saying God is fake. You ain't saying he real. You just, hey, I'm chilling, kinda. You know what I mean?
What's
What's
up,
up,
Mr.
Miss
Mac?
Mac?
Hey,
How you
explain
doing?
what agnostic is one more time for the folks in the back.
Nah, I'm gonna read the definition. You know what I'm saying? We'll do it like that because I had it on my
Okay.
phone. The agnostic, a person who believes that nothing is known or can be known of the existence or nature of God or anything beyond material phenomenon. A person who claims neither faith nor disbelief in God. So they just vibing. You know what I'm
They're
saying?
just existing at this
Right.
point.
So my man he went through some tough stuff and he decided to kind of make a step back. And
Mhm.
there's been others. The guy that was on Andy's son, Joseph Solomon, decided he stepped back. I'm saying the
Mhm.
names not to point them out to make it bad. I'm saying the names for us that watch our show, that you guys that watch our show that are believers, keep them in prayer. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Because people decided to fall back from God, I believe in that God's grace is so strong that
Yeah.
He'll pull them back. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Some would call it irresistible. You know, I'm not trying to be
Yeah.
doctrinal, but I believe his grace is strong. And
Yeah.
I want his grace to shine strong on those brothers so they will return to the faith. Now, as for the point of making a show of it, man, that's dangerous, fam. That's dangerous.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I understand the world we live in. We live in social media age, so you got to announce everything. Yo, I got a lineup today. Yo, I got my haircut today. Yo, I just got a new whip. That's the world we live in. So,
Right.
you know, Fanatic kind of made it like, because I know people follow me and they hang on what I'm saying, I need to put this out there. You know, you watch the video, brother still seemed unsure. He sounded like a Christian, honestly, in the video.
Right.
But I believe he's been preaching and practicing that for 30 years, so I think it's kind of hard to shake the lingo. But definitely hold them brothers up, man, because I would hate this video to get passed along. And they said, man, see, Michael said these names, he down these brothers. I'm not down these brothers. But I will say this, though, brother. Repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand.
Yeah.
Whatever happened, whoever hurt you, whoever abused you, whoever did something wrong, whatever pastor did something wrong, whatever you thought wasn't right, whatever argument you had with scripture or whatever, know this. The only way to heaven is Jesus, fam. Like, I ain't trying to be controversial, but it is what it is, you know. I love these brothers. I want them to come back, for real.
It's unfortunate because a lot of times it is from hurt. Like anybody who, like Rob Redeem, if you see me in concert, I always say it's not because it's cute. The redeemed after Rob is because God made it that way. I stepped away. I was a youth pastor. You know what I'm saying? I was my pastor's assistant. If you're in the Baptist faith, you know what an armor bearer is. That's the man who's right next to the pastor, and anywhere the pastor go, and whatever the case may be. I was the armor bearer. I was the youth pastor. I was being groomed to be an assistant pastor. And it all went out because I had a church hurt. I had a whole entire congregation turn their back on me off of family ties. It was like blood over the faith. And I ain't talking about blood like the blood of Jesus, but blood within our veins and family blood. And I walked away. Now, like you said, God brought it back. God gave me that redeemed part. Like real talk. Like, I thought my name was gonna be Blaze. Like, real talk. Like, I got an email that has Blaze in it. You dig what I'm saying? But no,
man, I'm so glad you chose Rob Redeem, dog. Bruh. Anyway, carry on. My bad.
But my
my bad, my guy. Go ahead, dog. My bad.
But I am too. Glory be to God. My point that I'm making to everybody is this: we're so quick to judge when somebody walks away,
right,
or and just disown. What is it? Disown them. This whatever.
Deconstruction stuff, all that stuff. Yeah,
like whatever the case may, we'll throw those people away and be like, man, they tripping. Yeah, they are tripping, but for us in the faith, it's up to us to continue to pray for them, because you're supposed to pray in and out. You're supposed to love, first of all, in and out of the body of Christ. That's a command. That's not an option. We're supposed to walk in love. And then the second thing is, like, anybody who come across this, like C said later on down the line, we're not bashing, but if you know these brothers personally, lift them up.
Hold them up.
Keep going around them and fellowshipping.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's some people we've had on here that, and C apologized. We had Jay Seville on here. He say, out of all the artists in St. Louis, me and C included, only person reached out when he fell away was Mark
our brother
Ant.
Mark Ant. Yep.
Mark Ant.
On
Because
our
he
show.
was-
And
on our
we
show,
had to apologize to him.
We had to apologize publicly because we know this man. You know what I mean? And he fell away, and we went on about life, and it's so easy to do. So
Right.
keep these brothers lifted up, man. And yeah, that's my thing. Just keep these brothers lifted up.
So like we said, anybody that's consider themselves a prayer person, you know what I'm saying? All Christians do, but you know there's some people that kind of specialize in the prayer warrior type thing.
Yeah, no doubt.
Hey,
no
hold
doubt.
up these names. Fanatic, J. Crumb, and many, many more. But just pray for the Christian rapper scene altogether. You know, because it's the bad thing about the scene, we could talk about this forever, but we'll say this. One of the best things about the scene is that people are getting paid. One of the worst things about the scene is that people are getting paid.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. And,
Yeah.
you know, I'm kind of going to leave it at that. We may be able to dig into it when we have Eric on. But, man, that we got to be careful, man. And I just don't want – I would hate for someone to die in a valley of indecision. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because go ahead, brother.
No, finish your thought, and then let's go to some of these. Get some good comments.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with B+. A lot of people who are zealous of Christ tend to go hard in the other direction.
Yes.
The fanatic thing cuts me deep. Me too, brother.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It-
Glenn Murray said, leaving the faith doesn't happen overnight. For whatever reason, the help they were looking for, they didn't get it. This is also
Yep.
true.
That's a true
Very,
statement.
very good.
Both of those are true statements.
He said, did y'all hear the truth response? It was so compassionate and spot on. I didn't.
I have not.
I saw a clip of the video. I saw he was kind of crying. Some judge even when they don't walk away. Sis, come on now. You ain't
Hey.
lying. That is facts. All right, on that note, though, man, we got to move on. We're going to hold up and wait, play this video. They're going to bring in our brother, Mr. Eric Boston. So I'm all on the whole wrong screen, brother. But you know what we're going to do, Rob?
Hold up.
That's right. As soon as it does.
Hold up.
Don't sing the song, brother. All right, this here, we got a video by our man, Mr. Cute Flow, called 215. This dude is 100% Philly. You will see it in this video.
Lately I've been feeling like that old me.
Tweet this out.
A pinnacle shooter who wasn't low-key. Anger problems, had him since a child, I'm thinking no 3. We can skip the music though, respect is what you owe me. Spare the ride,
Give me a
spoil
little
the
more
child.
volume,
They say
little
that's
low.
biblical. We'll clearly say your name in the track and call it subliminal. Smooth criminal, moving like I'm Mike in his prime. My human nature was a thriller, bro, remember the time.
He a cool dude too, man.
Oh, yeah, good young man. Paul Towns, what's up, brother? How you doing?
Oh, what's poppin', bro?
Nice to know that lyricism's being brought back. I put my drive on that resume, that's the Carfax. Keeping my composure while I turn away from evil. Talking crazy been my talent, but I do it for the people, that's facts. I work overtime, I get busy. Overall, it's true.
You tweeting that,
the
bro?
music will stick with me, that's
Yeah,
real.
I'm on it right now, brother.
Right on.
Pardon my aggression, bro. I do this for survival. I'm in my own class. Ain't no idols or no rivals. Think it's a game till it's sonic boom. Call me Guile. Grown man rapping. I ain't speaking to no child. I'm off for the leash. I ain't get the spazzing in the wild. Revitalized. Philly made punching the cool style. My prayers have been different. I ain't do it in a while, but let's rap. A lot of y'all said I've been rapping off my anger, that's facts. And others say I dish the ways of Christian rapping, that's cap. I'd rather rap to draw you in, we speaking man to man. Leave you with that gospel transaction, we doing hand in hands. Big dog, rapping with heavy hitters and dope dudes. Your dream shake, look like Elijah Wine with
Hey,
the
this video
post
hit
moves.
different when you
Lyrics
admit
been
this dude
explosive
for
in the
real.
Jericho time.
Yeah.
Hit the corner with
Yeah.
C4.
This is all the way him.
Yep.
I've been in more pockets than a pair of jabars. Where I'm from, a holy roller mean they air out your car. Seen a snake amongst the staff. Was I seeing Jafar? My locomotive passed. Now I'm raising the
That was a
bar.
line.
No,
Yeah.
That was a line.
Yeah.
Holy roller me your air out your car. Okay,
I'm
brother.
only here cause I'm lyrically skilled. I can't help being aggressive. I'm from Philly for real. It's cute.
This is 100% cute.
Yeah.
This is a good dude, though, man. We met him at
Yeah, he
Flavor
is.
Flex, man. Love this little dude, man. For real. He got a lot of passion and all that, man. But salute to that young brother, man. For real,
Yeah,
for
man.
real. But next we have our man, Mr. Eric Boston, live on the line. Let me, Boston kind of muted. He got to unmute himself. Unmute yourself, Eric. Unmute yourself. But while we doing this, man, Eric Boston is the owner of the 520 Collective. That's
Yeah,
a good website that helps indie artists. You know what I mean? So, I gotta assign him. That's my fault. My bad. There he is. My bad, Eric. My
Yo.
bad. What's
Can you
up,
hear
brother?
me?
How you doing, man?
No, you're good, man. You're good. What's good, fellas?
Look, it's on me. I'm talking about he muted
Seeing
himself.
Rob.
No,
Here we are, man. Here we
it's
are
on-
again.
I know.
Right.
I know. But yo,
I
ladies
mean,
and gentlemen, hold on, Eric. I gotta
Dude,
give
I'll
you.
own that. I'll
Yeah.
own that, man.
I gotta give you the salutations you deserve. So everybody
man.
that's in the chat, man, give some hearts, loves, likes, thumbs up, some dings, whatever you want to do for our brother, Mr. Eric Boston, as we welcome him to the Not the Same podcast.
We gonna get the little sign.
Man, I got a Mac, but I'm getting that micro spinning ball all of a sudden.
Yeah, you. That's funny. That's funny.
That's what's up, man. It's good to be back.
Definitely good to be back. He'll pop back. It's all good. All right, brother, how you doing, man? What up, Van?
V was good.
Of course.
Well, we could talk about what popped off until my man get back. I don't know what happened. I don't know if he got a situation like I do in my area with T-Mobile. They just don't do right.
He already
Anyway.
said his upload speed is gangster.
Yeah, like mine was. So
Mhm.
check this out, man. We got an opportunity to meet up with 520 Collective, Eric, and I want to say Paul. Paul was his name, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. So we met up. We
Paul
got a
had the
chance.
funniest joke ever while we
Man,
was at the
the
restaurant.
funniest joke. So we got a chance to meet up with these brothers, fellowship a little bit. Buffalo Wild Wings got him when he got our eat on, watched the playoff game before
Yep.
we went to the concert, and just genuine fellowship with brothers, man. It's different. 520 Collective, shout out to them. They replay our podcast every week. You know what I mean? We send it over to them along with a couple of other folks. But Eric has always been genuine. His
Absolutely.
brother wanted to see independent artists make it, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I like his heart, and to see it in person, it just hit different than whenever it's always a inbox or
Oh, yeah.
a post. Go ahead, see.
I think Eric is back. Eric, you back, brother?
Yeah, I can hear you guys now. I don't know
All
what
right.
happened there, but
It's all good.
hopefully we're good. Hopefully we're good.
It's all good. You come
You're
on back,
strong.
man, because you know, Rob was praising you a little bit too much, man. Make you feel too good, brother.
Oh man, yeah, no, dude. I mean, we just we do what we can, I mean, that's all
Yeah.
it is. I mean, that's all we can do. So
Right,
I appreciate it though, for real, Rob.
No, real talk, man. You the hospitality was great, man, and the fellowship was even better, you know.
And then
Oh, dude, it was
also,
amazing. I mean, hanging out with you guys was worth, everything else. You know what I'm saying? Like it didn't matter.
this is true. You know what else was crazy? You know, you see everybody on pictures, and I assume everybody in CHH is short, but you were tall, so I'm happy about that.
Right? Yeah, I got a little height on me.
Yeah.
So let's dig into this, fellas.
Okay, let's go. It's your turn, Rob.
I thought you said let's go. I thought you were gonna talk about so. All right, the reason we brought Eric on tonight because we did go to the Andy Mineo, Aaron Cole, Aaron Cole,
Yep.
Apollo LTD concert, and
Yeah.
we just wanted to talk about the things that we saw, the things that was encouraging, and the things that's typical CHH that goes on the stage as artists. That C and I both saw some typical things that they do
Mhm.
whenever a big time artist is headlining something. So,
Yeah.
Eric, you are our guest. What did you think, sir?
Oh man, it was fun. It was the first time I've seen Andy and Aaron
Mhm.
live, so that was cool. I mean, Andy's one of my favorite artists, so
Mhm.
that was really cool. I will say, I definitely felt old while we were there, man. Like
Bruh.
looking around and all the youth
Looking
group
at that
kids
crowd,
and all
brother,
that
we
stuff. I was
felt
like, man,
ancient.
that's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. But no, it was a good night, man. It was a little cold outside, but they brought in a good crowd and the energy was good all night. Even I didn't know Apollo LTD really, but they did their thing as openers, man.
Mhm.
It was impressive.
I actually have heard their songs before. I just didn't know that's who it was. I heard it on our local CHH/CCM station here. They play a
Right,
few of
right.
their songs. So, they got some.
Nah.
They are legit. I think they signed to Goatee. You know what I'm saying? So they legit artists. I just had never heard of them. And that's pretty cool to connect with afterwards. I know Rob chopped it up with them one-on-one,
Yeah.
which was cool.
Yeah, I got a chance to meet all three of them brothers. They was breaking down their merch table, and just went over there, being the friendly Bob I am, started chopping it up. Told them really right for real, man. Everybody, hey, look, everybody know I start talking to anybody, bro. Like
Mhm.
I don't care who it is, unless you act like a one word, then you get that mug.
Right. Right.
But anyways, that wasn't the case. Got a chance to introduce myself to all three of them. One, their keyboard player who was like 6'11".
Mhm.
My man's from St. Louis. He grew up in U City, so
Yep. Salute.
connected with them on a home front. You know what I mean? The lead singer got a baby on the way. Congratulations to him, his daughter. So hopefully everything goes on. And if they're seeing this, shout out to Apollo LTD for the love that they showed. Because we talked for about 15, 20 minutes, exchanged numbers or whatnot. And we're going to try to have them on the show, which is a CCM group. If y'all don't know what that is, that's Christian Contemporary Music. So
Yeah.
they did an awesome job, man, as far as Apollo LTD go. I'll bounce back and forth, C and Eric, as far as what y'all thought about the performances individually, starting with my man Aaron Cole.
Go ahead, Eric. I'll let you go first. You're our guest.
Yeah, man. No, I okay. I liked Aaron Cole, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like it's crazy that he's 22, but you can
Yeah.
tell just how long he's been doing this, man. You know, he's seasoned
Absolutely.
with it. Um, you know, he interacted well with the crowd.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I mean, obviously, I don't think that um the kids that were there knew him as well as they knew Andy, right?
Right,
But I mean, he
right.
drew them in right from the get go.
Mhm.
You
He
know,
did. Mhm.
um, and he definitely showcased, you know, his talents. You know, he was rapping,
Yeah.
and he had his vibes going. He had
Yeah.
that singing. You know, he had a little bit of everything, man. And you know, the one thing I said to Kelly that we talked about was, you know, I love he wasn't up there with no performance tracks. You know,
Right,
he
right.
wasn't rapping over his own vocals. He was doing everything. And I think that was a great example, you know, for some of these artists out here.
Yeah. Definitely agree. The one thing I will say, what Kelly called it was Aaron was not going to do karaoke. That's what he calls artists who rap over their own tracks. He said if they want to do karaoke, they need to go down the street to the bar, but Aaron will not be doing it.
Right.
Things that stuck out to me. Aaron Cole, we had Aaron Cole on, y'all. If y'all don't remember, we had Aaron Cole on a couple of weeks ago, as well as
Mhm.
his father,
His
Kelly
father.
Cole, the book writer, the entrepreneur, gentleman that dropped so many gems on us. But when Aaron was up there, the one thing I did like, and I kept telling C, this cat sounds just like his albums.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Even when he went to his singing voice, he sounded just like his albums. And what it showed me was just the excellence and the professionalism from that side of things. Because when you rapping, first of all, I thought my man's was gonna fall out because he had like a triple fat goose coat on
Why
with the fur
Jesus?
around the hood,
Why
and
Jesus?
did the first like 6 or 7 songs in his coat, and I just kept saying my man is gonna be out and not in the spirit.
Yep.
That's all I kept saying. But stage performance, rocked the stage
What's
great.
up, Hagen? What up,
Back and
NKJ?
forth, little bro was good. MKJ was good. Yeah,
Wrong
whatever. No, I'm talking about the next one.
Yeah, I know.
So with that being said, like Aaron Cole, like if he get a chance to come to St. Louis or wherever y'all at, if Aaron Cole comes to y'all town, I'm letting y'all know now, y'all gonna get a great show because
Absolutely.
that's what he gave. He gave a great show, and it from beginning to end, like the energy was up there. See, go ahead and tell the folks what was really bothering you.
Oh, the only thing that's bothered me because I've done a lot of shows, I don't feel
Mhm.
like my brother Aaron Cole's mic was as loud as it need to be, and his music wasn't as loud as it need to be. And I've known from doing shows with bigger artists or mainstream big artists, they do that, and it's not the artists that do it. Other words, I'm not saying Andy made them do that. A lot of times it's the engineers that do it. So when Andy's up there, the engineer is like, okay, let me get this right. This is Andy Mineo. And they may not know who Aaron Cole is. Dude, he won a Dove Award. Recognize who my guy is. You know what I mean? But with that being said, I just didn't like that because I wanted my brother to be presented in the best light. But other than that,
Yeah.
man, that's
Yeah.
good. You know what I mean? Eric, so we have
Yeah.
a question for you, man. What do you think about the subject we was talking about the brothers falling away within the faith? Not anybody in particular, but as a whole for CHH. I would like to have your opinion on that
Yeah, big
as
time.
well.
Yeah, man. So it's tough, man.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of frustration for me around it. There's on both sides, right? Because like you guys were talking about, you know, it's easy to get frustrated with people who say they're walking away,
Mm-hmm.
but we gotta be frustrated with ourselves sometime with how we handle it at the same time.
Yeah.
You know, I think with some of this stuff, you know, whenever you're talking about like deconstruction,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that's one of those terms that's thrown out there, and it's kind of, you know, something that people kind of latch onto,
Yeah.
and without even necessarily understanding fully what the idea behind it is, right? So I think there needs to be some definitely like education, some deeper dives, some honest conversations about it happening.
Yeah.
You know, a shameless plug for our show. We are going to be starting a series talking about not from the aspect or from the angle of talking about particular people,
Mm-hmm.
you know, but like let's look at it so we can all understand it and try to, you know, support each other better, because, you know, the one thing that the Bible talks about is there's going to be a great falling away. you know, and that's not for me to say that that's what's happening,
Yeah.
but you know, if it is, then you know, it's going to happen. It's going to happen,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because the word tells us so.
Yeah.
But we can still have an impact, right? And we can hopefully, like you said, lift these guys up, show them that they are still supported, that they are loved, in the way that we should be doing, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and hopefully, you know, when we talk about like Fanatic in particular,
Yeah.
I think, like you guys said, he was struggling a little bit in that video, and he's been a
Mm-hmm.
part of this for so long.
Right.
And the one thing that stood out to me was he talked about how he's someone who always searches for truth.
Mm-hmm.
So my hope is that in order to show him truth, God's having to take him, you know, kind of off that path a little bit to bring him back around.
Yeah.
You know, that's my hope.
Yeah.
I definitely pray so, man. 'Cause I don't want.
So,
I
so
don't
yeah,
want.
man.
Oh, go ahead, bro. My bad.
Oh no, no, I was just saying like, you know, let's start by making sure, you know, especially because a lot of people like to criticize, you
Yeah,
know,
man.
make sure that you've got a firm grip of what you're criticizing before you do so,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of easy. It's one of those things. Look at them, look at them. So it takes the spotlight off of themselves. You know, that's very very easy for that. It's very very easy for us to point that finger, man, and play judge, you know, jury and executioner all at once.
Mm-hmm.
When like we said in that segment, hey, pray for these brothers, man, regardless of what. You know, I like somebody the woke breaker said deep subject, many different reasons as far as the deconstruction or whatever the case may be. So for you
Yeah.
doing that series, um, it'll be good. And I'm glad that you put it out there. You're not doing it so that you can go at Fanatic. You're doing it for the word deconstruction and explaining and going down what it's really all about. So salute to you and your team, man, for y'all taking the time to dive deep in that, because it's very easy to just jump on what's popular.
Yeah, man, and I'll say, like, you know, pray for us, man, that you know, we can have a pretty objective view, you know, an
Yeah.
unbiased view and approach to this, and um, that the things that, you know, we need to get out of it, and the things that the people that listen to our podcast, you know, need to get out of it, that's what happens, you know.
Right, right.
Our man B Plus said he'd love to be a part of that conversation, Eric. So he just threw that out there.
Man, B, you know, hit my line, man. We'll talk.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
So you got some? I had a question. Okay, what has been one of your biggest frustrations with running 520 Collective? Because I know your heart. If people haven't seen our last interview with you, it's very clear your heart is for the independent artist and the one that's coming up. What's been your biggest frustration in building this?
Oh man. I mean, I think one thing is just that, you know, I want to try to give everyone, you know, some sort of, you know, just backing with the platform.
Yeah.
But there's so much music that gets released every single week. I mean, it's impossible, you know, to keep up with it. So the one thing I would encourage artists to do is just make sure you're submitting your music to us when you're releasing it, so that because we want to get it up. I mean, we do, you know, we want to highlight it. But man, there's a few things we need from you in order to make that happen. And if we're not getting it, you know, sit to our submissions. And if you go to 520collective.com, I mean, right there at the top, it says submit your music here. And you just click the link. It takes you right to the form. You know, if we don't have what we need right there handy, it's very difficult to find the time to go and try to track it down. As much as we'd love to. So that would be one thing. And then, you know, I mean, with everything, it's a matter of you get a picture in your head, right, of where stuff could potentially go. Now I try to stay grounded in, you know, reality as much as possible, and don't try to think ahead and just take it as it comes. But you know, you get these ideas, and sometimes you're just not in a spot to pull it off right now, right? Whether it's financially, or maybe you don't have some technical skill yet to do certain things,
Mm-hmm.
or whatever the case may be. And that can be frustrating too,
Yeah.
knowing that, hey, I don't think that this idea came along by chance, or that this vision was given by chance.
Mm-hmm.
So, how do we get there? And sometimes it's a matter of being patient, right?
That's
Um,
good.
so that can be frustrating at times, man. But the way I look at it is that things are going to happen in the timing and in the way that they're supposed to,
Yeah.
because God's got that bigger picture, for what's happening here. Um, Honestly, where we're at right now, it's further than I would have ever expected when we started, 3 years ago. We just started our 4th year,
Mm-hmm.
and that's crazy in and of itself. But yeah, I mean, making sure to try to find time to market and connect with people like you guys, and just seeing how we can build. Sometimes I feel like, man, I want to try to do more for the people that we rock with,
Yeah.
as far as other platforms and stuff. And at the end of the day, it's hard to have time for everything. So I
This
mean,
is
I want to
true.
be a good partner with you guys, and partner with the bookkeeper and B plus, and all these
Mm-hmm.
guys out here, because I think we can do some cool stuff together. Um, so hopefully I can get better at that.
Yeah. Rob.
No, so what is the most frustrating part? Because like, so for us, and we kind of talked about this, but I'll say it publicly on this platform, because this fam that's on it, that watches and tune in. What's the most frustrating part about having that platform, but folks kind of overlooking the platform? How do you deal with that? If you know what I mean, like maybe some of the more well known folks who kind of look down, or they move on and forget about. So how do you cope with that and deal with that as you continue to press on?
Mm-hmm.
Um, I mean, I think I just try to remind myself of why we started 520, and what the purpose was.
Yeah.
We didn't build this to try to be Rapzilla or Trackstars or any of the bigger platforms. We wanted to be a home for indie artists, to try to show them, and educate a little bit, so they can grow as an artist. And the intent was to be, hopefully a bridge to those bigger platforms. So yeah, I mean, there's some guys that we rocked with in our first year that have gone on to do some cool things. There's
Mm-hmm.
some guys that we covered heavy, that they're freshmen now,
Yeah.
and or they're on the next up list from Trackstars or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe we don't see as much as their stuff coming in, and it could definitely be frustrating, or it can be easy to be frustrated by that. But if I remind myself of the purpose and what we're trying to do here, then I got to stop myself and just be happy and realize, hey, they're in a place where maybe they don't need as much from us now, and that's okay.
Mm.
Then that means it's good for them.
Yeah.
So, but I just want to make sure that we're still remaining available and supportive as we're needed. But just try not to make 520 out to be more than its intent. I think is the way to kind of deal that frustration, and just keep that focus.
Dope. So
Super.
you let us know over this weekend you are a brother that teaches in school and have 5 kids. How do you balance that
Yeah.
with running this business that you have? Because obviously it's to help indie artists, but it's also a business as well. So what's the challenge in balancing those things? Because kids want your time. I'm sure your wife wants your time, and your school kids probably want your time.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I think the thing, and it's definitely like this past year, it's been a focus. It's one, relying on the guys that are on the team, and make sure, that I know that they can do what they do, like they can
Yeah.
handle. I don't have to have my hands on every single part of it. I can be there to support them, but we've got a good team, man. And trying to let them do what they want to do as well. You know, I've always said that 520 is definitely not me. It's not, you know, Nate. It's not Jeremy or, you know, whoever. You know, it's all of us, and it's all the people that rock with us as well. 520 can be what everyone needs it to be. So I'd say that's one thing, and the other thing is, you know, the focus this past year has been really like looking closely at the different aspects of the platform and just how it operates, and looking at, okay, how can we streamline this? How can, um, instead of me having to find time, you know, every few weeks to do an interview for the podcast, right? Maybe I can schedule a bunch of interviews and knock them out within a couple of weeks and have most of our season, you know, interviews already recorded for the podcast.
Right.
You know, how can make sure we can sit down for, you know, half an hour to an hour and get a bunch of posts, you know, batched and ready to go all in one run, instead of, you know, okay, well, let me do one here and then I'll do another one in a couple of hours, or I'll do a couple more tomorrow night, or what, instead of spreading it out, try to do it at one go. And just looking at how can we make it as easy and streamlined as possible. That's been a big help. And then looking for tools too. I mean, because you know, you guys know it, man. Whenever you do a podcast, it's not a matter of just, okay, we're going to record for this hour.
Right.
There's more to it to get it out. You know, you got to find that time to edit and stuff. And like, right, exactly. And I mean, now this is going to sound crazy because I mean, I don't do what you guys do where I live stream, right? We don't do that. Our podcast is audio only, but I got a stream deck during this past year. And I would encourage anyone that's doing stuff creative, whether it's design work, you know, just anything where you're on your computer, man, invest in a stream deck.
Absolutely.
Like, you can set it up to do so much. Like, whenever I set it up to help with my editing process, like, it cut my editing time down significantly. Where I'd already felt like, hey, I'm pretty good. I know what I'm doing whenever I sit down. You know, I found a routine, a groove, and then I added in this tool. And man, it was like, okay, so now what maybe took me an hour, I can get done in, you know, 35 minutes or something before, because there's less steps involved. It's everything at my fingertips. So that would be, I see B Plus asking the Stream Deck, man. Yeah, Elgato Stream Deck, man. Look into it. You need it.
I second that notion. As I'm looking at my Stream Deck right now on my desk. Yes, I fully agree.
Yeah, man.
It's a great investment.
But yeah,
I
just
caught it on sale too.
Look at how you can. Yeah, look how you can streamline, man. I mean, I think you always got to be taking stock of where you're at anyway. You know, whether it's once a month or whatever, and seeing, okay, well, what if I did this instead, and try things, man, because you never know what's going to work and what's going to click.
Yeah, true indeed. No, I just wanted to say, give you a couple of flowers. Orlando Page. Hey, shout out to Orlando Page, RYC Praise News Radio. They also replay it, but he said Eric Boston is very humble and a good brother. That's Orlando Page from RYC Praise. Again, another outlet.
Shout out Orlando.
Yeah, so shout out to Orlando. He giving you your flowers. And B Plus, he also said all of my YouTube videos on my channel were all voiceovers because I was self-conscious, but Eric encouraged me to get behind the camera and show my face a few years back, giving Eric his public flowers. So yeah, just a lot of people showing you love, man, just talking about how humble you are. Jess James, he says 520 is such a blessing to the indie CHH artists. So you're getting a lot of love in the timeline on here, man, and we can you know, attest to that. I second that, whatever the case may be. Just what you got going, brother. What is your vision moving forward this year? Like, what is your idea, or what are your goals for 520 this upcoming year for 2022?
Yeah, man. You know, we just want to keep on obviously supporting artists, however that looks. We started a Discord server last year, and we got a pretty good amount of people in there. So I mean, if you're tapped in and you know, the faith-based hip hop scene, you know, whether you're a CHH artist, a platform, a curator of a playlist, whatever, or just a fan, man, go make sure you join our Discord, because there's, you know, good interaction there. There's good talking. We have live events that we host on there, whether it's like forums or we've done interviews. We've even had like virtual album release parties in the past. Like we did one with K Drama last year with his EP. So there's some cool stuff there. So I wanted to see, you know, just more community building, you know, in that, you know, specifically with the Discord server. And then, you know, the podcast, man, the podcast really got some traction last year, which was cool. And it all kind of went back to, we hopped on Audio Mac. We hadn't been on Audio Mac up until about the midway point of 2021, and very good response on there, man. So I'm looking to grow, you know, just what we're doing on there, on that platform with our podcast, and seeing how we can use it to connect to more listeners. So yeah, if you guys are on Audio Mac, go give us a follow. I'll follow you back. And yeah, check out the new content. You know, one thing we are doing, you know, in the past, it was like, you know, we kind of knew our time limit for our podcast, so we would try to keep our interviews and our segments, you know, very precise, you know, for that time frame. And, you know, we've kind of started figuring out, hey, you know, we can provide more content, you know, for people to check out if we make a couple of small changes. And like one of them is, you know, we've been trying to do longer interviews, and then we, you know, we have to trim them down obviously for the podcast that we release, but then we can turn around and release the full podcast, or the full interview, sorry, on its own, which I think is cool because it gives you more insight to the people we're talking to, right? And we've been lucky to have some really good guests on there. We've got some good guests lined up for this year already. You know, we just put out our latest episode. We had Damian Ritter from Music Entrepreneur Club on there. Some episodes coming up. We got MC Teal from Everybody's Hip Hop. We got Kelly Cole. Man, who else? We got Poetics coming back to the podcast. We got Kurt Nugent from How It All Works. Blacklick, and then I think some guys from the Not the Same podcast is going to stop by too, if I'm not mistaken.
There's a high possibility. It's a high possibility.
It may happen.
Yeah. You know, if Rob allow it, man.
So yeah, man.
He's the brick wall.
Yeah, for sure. So I mean, yeah, no, it's just really just keep doing what we're doing, man, and tap it in. We're looking for new ways to, you know, use the tools at our disposal. You know, we're really talking about like diving into the Twitter Spaces and seeing how that works for us. You know, maybe bring some artists on there and interview. So if you're an artist and you're interested in potentially being a part of that, hit me up so that we can get you on the list, man, as we look to try to dive into some of these. You know, January's crazy, you know, so it's a lot of planning, a lot of setting stuff up. But as we move forward, we're gonna hopefully do some cool things this year, man.
Dope. That's what's up. I got one last question for you. We'll let you go, man. How do you deal with let me see, persistent submitter that's not good? Because I know that happens in this space. You know what I'm saying? How do you deal with it? You know what I'm saying? That, and what I mean, that's very aggressive, you know, and moving like they Andy, but sound like licorice, bad candy. You know what I mean? Something like that.
Yeah, man. I mean, you know, the way that we set things up, you know, because we didn't want to be like, you know, put such rigorous kind of criteria on our submissions process, right? To where it's difficult to get on. You know what I'm saying? Like, we get it, man. Like, we want to be the place where, hey, you started last month, man, send us your stuff. You know, that's fine. Send us your stuff. So we get it. Like, sometimes you get some guys that are green or pretty raw, you know, and that happens. I think you just look to make those connections with them, right? And build a relationship. That way, when you give them feedback, they understand where it's coming from. You know, that it's not just,
that's good.
Oh, well, they're just bashing my music.
Yeah, that's good.
I want them to know that, hey, we do care. We want to see you grow.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to do that if the only thing that you get is you send in your music and nothing happens with it, right? Or or you get a rejection email or something, right? Like that doesn't tell me what I need to be doing. So, whether it's us, speaking directly or, using the tools again at hand, with the podcast and with these live events that we host like through our server, we're able to talk about the things that we've learned and what is important to us when we're looking at stuff like that, and take that information and pass it on. So even if we're not, DMing or on a phone call with you, you at least have access to kind of our thought process, and you can take that information and put it into practice, right? Because we want to be there to see you grow, man. Because I don't think that, I mean, maybe, some people are doing this right now and it's not ultimately where they're going to end up, but they're in this spot in this moment. So how do we do it as well as we can, and how can we be a support for that? So I would say, the big thing is like I said, that connection for the artist side, man, be open, understand that, someone giving you feedback, even if it's constructive criticism, doesn't mean that it's a bad thing. Usually if someone's willing to take the time to listen and give you their thoughts, it's because they do care. So take it as that. Don't take it as rejection or as, well, I'm better than this, you guys just don't get it, or whatever. Don't get in your feelings about it. Take the good parts, take the things that make sense, that help you grow, and run with those. You know what I'm saying? Because not everything that I say is gospel either. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know everything. I'm just sharing with you what I've picked up along the way. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully some of it is stuff you can use.
Amen. Well, brother, we appreciate you coming on, man. Let the people know where they can find you, where they can submit. What's the website before we get you up out of here, man?
Yeah, man. It's 520collective.com. 520 is spelled out. Go on there, man. It's got connections to everything. It's got Discord, the social medias. I mean, 520 is on social media at 520_co.
Yeah.
That's Twitter, Instagram. You can find me on Twitter at EricBoston3. So Eric Boston and the number 3. And yeah, man, my DMs are open. We got, contact forms and everything on the site. So reach out to us. Like I said, join the server, man. That's a big thing. Because even if, you have a question that you're looking to get answered and we're not available right then, there's a lot of people in that server, man. And a lot of people with good hearts, and they're doing cool things, and they can give you that feedback, man. So tap in.
Yeah.
All right, brother. Go ahead,
appreciate
Rob.
you, man. No, I was just saying, appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, appreciate you, man.
Oh man, I appreciate you guys, man. I love you guys, and it's awesome seeing, the growth in your platform as well, man. You guys are doing awesome things. I'm excited for what's happening, up next for you guys.
Absolutely.
Hey, thank you, man.
Appreciate you, bro. All right, man. That was Eric Boston live from Springfield area. Y'all give some likes and claps, and I don't know what I'm supposed to say on social media, but yeah, do it. I don't know the right thing to say, but man, we appreciate you coming on, bro. We'll talk to you later.
All right,
Yes,
later,
sir.
bro.
All right, bro. All right. Got one more song. We're going to get up out of here. This is by Jay Monty, called Solar System Part 3.
Yeah. And we was up in this.
I'm on the road to
Yeah.
riches. I cannot fold on different, so persistent. She know I'm on the mission. Lately I'm cold and distant. Golden inches, I'm one of the chosen children. They got the wrong intention. Roller engine. Told me pick my solar the system, so I went to the solar system. Load the spaceship. I know where I'm going, where I'm aiming. I'm on that Moses, David, Joseph, Jacob. I've been on the road, let's take it. That's where I hold my faith in, so forsaken. I know they won't embrace me. They got me so mistaken. Chose to face it. I was on a broken pavement. I cannot hold this pain in. Whoa, I've been down too long, it's time to lift off. Never drop the flow, the thing bit off.
They was locked and loaded when they slid off. Thank the Lord the thing fight that stick off. I know he returning like a kickoff. Get the scent off of me, watch it rinse off. You can't be me, you a spin off of me. Check the list off, they handicap out like a quick walk, big top. We was on the move, getting lit off, big dog. Just another sinner like a tip off, pitfall. Look at all the misery the sin brought. Swinging on the beat, we fist fought. Monty been called, knock your wig out. Jehovah, the rock of ages. That's why I pray to God, not crystal. Stop the riddles, falling mid moccasino. Knock your moccasins, I'll probably pop your lid out. Got some folks in the slammer for swinging them hammers. They say that I'm liable to crash out. It's some spots in Atlanta, if you don't bring manners, it's likely that you gon' get papped out. Losing sleep, cause I can't shake the hell of the smell of dead bodies inside of that crack house. You think I'ma let you at your table of soup, set the label, tell me how to rap now. I'm the chief, I'm the one, I'm the feast, you the crumb. I'm a priest till he come, I never backed out. I'm the teeth, you the gum, you the seed, I'm the sun. Laser beam on the gun, I'm finna blast out. I've been tweaking on the drums, in the seat, I'm with the sun. I got demons on the run, I brought the bats out. Last season it was fun, they was thinking I was done. I was heating up the run, I got a text now. Yeah, I was seated back in the back, I'm the reason rappers attack. You gon' need to actually rap to see me react to your track. I don't need a flat, I'ma keep repeating facts. This a simple flow, then reattach, the king is back. Wait, I got this wine from above. Like a bartender, I poet. They told me rebuke him with love. Now my bar's tender, I'm a poet. I'ma show it, I'ma sow it, Yahweh grow it. That's the motive. Flow is golden, it's too potent, they can't hold it. They get they place from rodent kitchens, they been coping with it. All these bars will turn your whole home to prison. I'ma go the distance, break they golden image. Way the flow been switching, gave you motion sickness. I got the golden ticket, I'm on the road to riches. I cannot fold on difference, so persistent. She know I'm on a mission. Lately I'm cold and distant, golden inches. I'm one of the chosen children. They got
it hit different when you can read the lyrics. I know we rode through this on the way to Springfield.
So I went to the solar system, load the spaceship. I know where I'm going, where I'm aiming. I'm on that Moses, David, Joseph, Jacob. I've been on the road, let's take it. That's where I hold my faith in, so forsaken. I know they won't embrace me. They got me so mistaken, chose to face it. I was on a broken pavement. I cannot hold this pain in.
Yeah.
Salute to the guy, Mr. J Monty.
J Monty.
Down to the favorite part of the show. Mr. Davis, go ahead with what you got to do.
Hey, first, let me shout out to folks who have been supporting before I read this out. So
Absolutely.
Shout out to Orlando Page once again, RYC Praise Radio News. They replay the show. Shout out to Parable Radio. They replay the show. MTMV Sports Network. They replay the show. And our brother Eric Boston, 520 The Collective. They replay the show. And then we got some other opportunities that have opened up for the sports show. So shout out to everybody who has been supporting. Now, have you ever thought, I really enjoy what these guys are doing. How can I help support the podcast? You can help support by going to the Cash App, cash sign, Not the Same Podcast. You can go to our website, notthesamepodcast.com/support, or hit that like, subscribe button. It's been acting a little rebellious a little late here lately, but see, gonna hit it and it'll pop up eventually when it feel like it. But guess what? You can do the same thing. Hit the like, subscribe, notification button, share it with your people. So look, we here 2 days a week, Wednesdays and Thursdays. Wednesdays are our sports show. We have a good time. Thursday is the regular show. We have a good time. Every other Tuesday, we do a Bible study. It ain't about doctrine or denomination. It's all about just reading the Bible, chopping it up. See, I told you it'll come. It's always on time. It's always on time. But that's how you can support these one words that come on your screen that you guys come in. Look, like I said earlier, y'all like fam. We appreciate it. We like to see y'all names pop up on my right side. Y'all can't see all the comments, but we can. So we appreciate you. And let people know what we need to do after this, brother. After
this, man, I'm about to go up there and eat something, watch TV. Rob gonna probably eat something, watch TV. He gonna hang out, and enjoy himself. But hey, we won't be back next week with the Bible stuff, but the week after next, we'll be back with a new Bible study. God to give us something. Salute to B+. Hey, he won. Hey, I already got your address, fam. We're going to send you something, brother. And get your picks in for this weekend of the 2 games. As we said before earlier, the winners and the scores. If you not have the scores, you will not get no ducats, no winnings, as Miss D would say. You ain't going to get none of it.
Nothing,
all right?
Nothing.
But on that note, I'm C. Micah.
I'm Rob Burdine.
We is out, man. We're going to see y'all next week.
About our Father's business. Crime mode. Filled with this Holy Spirit. That's a cheat code. Holiness the standard. We never fold. We about to make a scene. Episode. About our Father's